Every day, more than 17 veterans take their own lives. By building a gaming community that offers peer-to-peer counseling, GameCore is aiming for zero. Research shows that playing video games together offers social connection, stress relief, cognitive enhancement, and community building. On our Discord server, veterans, active duty service members, and supporters chat and game together. Some casual gaming sessions might only involve 2 or 3 people, while other events might include larger groups and be streamed on the GameCore Twitch channel. Most of the time, there is a GameCore member available to lend an ear to anyone who needs it. Join the Discord server. It's free. We are an inclusive community and we don't require anything of our members. If you want to be more involved, there are always opportunities to volunteer.
All right, everyone, welcome to the Tech4Troops Cup Series here on Wednesday night. Thanks for tuning in to the IWM Broadcast Network. I'm Rick Souza here with John DeRudris. And John, we are at Vegas, finally a 1.5-mile track.
Yeah, this is the, I think, first real test to see what these cars can do on a majority of the Tech4Troops Cup Series schedule here in 2025. It's going to be a good one, so you better grab your popcorn, better grab your favorite beverage, because Vegas is a place where, as you can see, you have multiple lines, the speeds are fast, and who's going to roll the dice and potentially lock themselves into the playoffs here for the 2025 season. We have about 3.5 minutes left of practice, so curious to see what these cars are going to do tonight, specifically with 3 drivers already locked into the playoffs. And let's talk about some of those drivers right now and see who's at the top of the playoff boards.
All right, there's our race to the chase right now. It's like
so Marcus Adams, yeah, 2 wins. I mean, that's massive with Jordan Weaver there and Austin Call in third. And really, it's kind of a tight fight all the way down. And one of the big names that we are kind of surprised with is James Lowe in 18th place with only 70 points. So see if he can bounce back and get a win. We've seen him win in years past. We've seen him win in seasons past. So we'll see if he can lock that car in there. He'll be battling up at the front all day long, I believe. But David Brown, Ty Bostic, Walker Thomas all sitting there within 11 points of each other. So it's an exciting point battle as we now make our way to the 5th race of the 2025 season.
Especially those drivers who are already sitting right there on the bubble. You know, they've got to think about how they're going to finish, where they're going to finish, and what's the best way to start banking some points, because it's easy at this front side to get these points in, but as this season begins to chip away towards the first round of the chase, you know, it's going to be hard to come by.
Yeah, for sure, and that's where I like to have points early on in the season just to build up that bubble. And then if you have a bad race, it's not going to offset it too much. So also, I would like to say if you do have a bad race, get it out of the way in the beginning so you can, battle throughout the season. But I think this season, and we've seen it in seasons past, consistency is the name of the game. You don't have to win every race. You honestly don't even have to be in the top 5 every race. If you could finish in the top 10 the majority of the season, you have a pretty good shot of being top 5, top 6, top 7 in points. So excited to see what this season looks like and how it's going to unfold here as we are now on race number 5, round 5 of the Tech4Troops Cup Series this season. So
yeah, this
got
is
about a minute left.
Yeah, this is the last race before we end this West Coast swing, and then we head to Homestead.
Homestead, which is a fun track. It's one of my favorite tracks to call a race and to race at. There's so many lines you can run, and it's such a unique surface, and a lot of the drivers like it as well. So it'll be exciting these next few weeks for sure. So at the top of the board, we got Rodney Uberpacker with the 29.7, but looking at William Curran the second right there, driving that 81, trying to get as many practice laps as he can, and there we go. John Ledger in second with Justin Lewis, Marcus Adams, Maxwell Caldwell, your top 5 in practice so far. And Rick, I got to ask, are you at Vegas, are you a low line kind of guy? You like the middle, you like the high line?
Yeah, I tend to flirt with the middle and then drift up to the high line on the straights, and just on the front stretch and the back stretch, but I struggle with that low line. I just wind up killing myself and really dealing with the wear and tear. So really, that's not my favorite place to be.
Yeah, for sure. It'll definitely.
All right, we are about to get qualifying underway here at Vegas.
We'll see if anybody can break the 29.6s, maybe a 29.5 as we look on board there. No, that's not William Byron. That is Mike Kelly driving the Exalta number 9 as he looks like he might reset that car. So we'll look at somebody else. David Brown, talked about him last week. Had a great run going there in Phoenix. See what he's able to do here for his qualifying run. And so one thing I've noticed is that these cars in this track, you oftentimes will see drivers dip down below that white line on the front stretch to get a little bit more speed out of the car because you're cutting that corner. So we'll see what these times populate at right now. But it looks like almost everybody is on track at the current moment, currently trying to make their way into this field.
See if we can
see who we can get to the top of the boards here. Lap number 1, David Brown with a 30.179. I think he can get a little bit more out of that car.
You think so? Well, I think you were saying that you've seen times in the mid-29s.
Yeah, I've seen him in the mid-29s. We'll see what it looks like here. We got really high at it. Oh, no.
Super loose and tags the wall. That lap will not count.
No, that will not count, which is going to put Marco Berube now at the top.
Oh,
there it is, 29.7.
Austin Call.
Yeah, I think that was lap 1, too.
Oh, my gosh.
So we'll see. Yeah, we'll see what he can do. I think that was his first lap. Let's see if he goes down. You get really tight right here in the center of the corner. You got to wait for the car to rotate. Looks like, oh, no, he's going to bring it in. I guess that might have been his second lap.
Number of 29.7. Yep.
Yeah. Kyle Smalley just went to P3 with a 29.843 with Sammy Harrell there in second. But I don't know if anybody else is going to be able to crack that 29.7 time.
Just looking around the drivers who are out trying to qualify. It's Troy Torgerson. At 39 Navy Mustang.
Yeah, that might be it. So 29.788 might be the time to beat. I don't see anybody else on track. There's Tracy Powers. We do have Wyatt Gray, who's making his first lap. We've seen Wyatt qualify up near the top of these boards, so curious to see what he's able to do. He's wrapping the bottom really well out of 1 and 2. Car seems stable. Nothing too crazy right now. Should drop it down to the low line. Oh, he's going to go high. Maybe he is going to go for a second lap here and set it up. I don't mind that move, actually. Let's see what his first lap looks like here.
Well, and the second lap is your fastest time, right?
Yep, 30.066. He's got to get down to that bottom, holding it pretty smooth right now. Makes his way out of turn 2. Doesn't slide the tires at all. Now, the key here is getting the car to rotate in the middle of the corner. If you get to the throttle, it'll push really hard on exit. Right here, he's pushing. It's pushing. It's pushing.
He's
yeah,
good.
the driver really tight. This might be a pole time.
Close.
29.88, so a 10th off. Literally a 10th off the leader of Austin Call. And that might wrap it up there, Rick.
Yep, just a few seconds left. I don't see anybody else on track. Wyatt was the last person to qualify.
And we did have 5 drivers who were not able to put up times. That is Justin Lewis, Justin Horton, Rodney Uberpacker, who was topping the practice charts, Scott Smiley, and Luke Bullard. Those 5 drivers are not going to post qualifying times.
All right, 35 entries today here in the Tech4Troops Cup Series. And that wraps up our qualifying. We'll start waiting for this race, and we'll get these guys to grid up.
All righty. Let's see who your starting order and what your starting order is going to be for today's Tech4Troops Cup Series Pennzoil 200, brought to you by the IWM Broadcast Network. On pole, Austin Call with Sammy Harrell starting in 2nd, Kyle Smalley starting in 3rd, Andrew Pileshi starting in 4th with Garrett Johnston in P5, Wyatt Gray in 6th, Troy Torgerson starting in 7th with Walker Thomas starting in 8th, John Creighton in P9 with Ty Bostic rounding out the top 10.
Maxwell Caldwell finds himself in 11th with Mike Kelly to the outside in 12th. Philip Vandertwick in 13th. 14th is Aaron Jackson. 15th is Christoph Hall. Jordan Weaver is in 16th. Greg Stone in 17th. Marco Ruby in 18th. Cody Sturgill in 19th. And Dustin Coggins in 20th.
In 21st, you have Tracy Powers with Aiden Lucas there in the 22nd position. Starting in 23rd is David Brown with Todd Merkel starting in 24th. In 25th, you have Marcus Adams starting pretty far in the back there. He's already got 2 wins, but hey, I wouldn't put it past him to come up there and battle for another one. William Curran there starting in 26th. Chuck Van Scoik starting there in 27th. David Watts in 28th. Alex Lenny in 29th. And John Ledger in 30th. Lewis, Smiley, Horton, Bullard, and Uberpacker round out 31st through 35th without a qualifying time. Interesting move there. Let's really quick bring up some of the track facts and see what we have in store for you all tonight here in the Pennzoil 200. We starting off with my keys. Track position, I think, is going to be absolutely key here, starting in the front, because we've seen these fields separate, and you don't want to be too far back when it comes to the second key, which is tire wear. So managing your tires on the bottom line, on the high line, or in the middle, wherever you want to battle and put your car, it's all about the long run speed with also maximizing the short run delta on these tires. And third, pit strategy. I think we're going to see some green flag racing here tonight at Las Vegas. So how you pit, when you pit, and how you maximize the delta or the time between your older tires, the field's older tires, and new tires. Those are my 3 keys to win tonight's race. So let's see. We go through some of the track information to give everybody an insight about what this race and what we can look forward to tonight here. 125 laps, like it says in the top left-hand corner of your screen. 40 spots are where they're available. Pit road speed at 50 miles an hour. No quick repairs. 4 sets of tires. 75% fuel like always. And 3 green-white checker restarts here with an 80-degree temperature on the track and 69 degrees, 26% humidity. Pretty good day for racing in Vegas.
Absolutely. Should be an absolutely fabulous race here today. Looking forward to a mile and a half after we've been through a super speedway, an almost speedway, a road course, and a short track. I mean, you know, that's how I see Phoenix. Phoenix always seems like a short track to me.
It does. I mean, it's a mile track, and it's so flat. It really kind of encompasses multiple different tracks within itself. But I agree. I'm excited to be on here on a mile and a half, true mile and a half here at Las Vegas. All right, pace car makes its way down pit road, and we are going to get the Pennzoil 200 underway. Green flag in the air. Austin Call on the bottom lane. That Affleck car that we've come to know and see at the front of a lot of these races battles his way down into turn 1.
Sammy Harrell leads that outside line. They did not get the start that they wanted. They kind of fell off the pace just a little bit there, but I'm sure that will get all straightened out as we begin to get on the backstretch of our first lap.
And we were 3 wide in the back, Rick, which is pretty wild to see here early on, but we have these cars side by side. Oh, that's Ty Bostic in the wall. Now we're 3 wide with the 9. Mike Kelly going to the outside. There's the 83 of David Brown going to the inside of Tracy Powers. And Ty Bostic still 3 wide going into turn 1 and turn 2, Rick. He is stuck in the middle. It's not a place where you want to be.
You can get away with that a bit in these first few laps, but once those tires begin to get some heat in them and a little bit of wear, it's not as easy.
Not at all. As we see the grips start to pick up just a little bit here as we complete lap number 2, going on to lap number 3. Austin Call still at the point here.
Still
Kyle Smalley, Garrett Johnston.
Yes, yeah. There's a lot of 2 wide racing still going on.
There sure is. And so Austin Call up in the top line with P1, Kyle Smalley in 2, Garrett Johnston, Andrew Pileshi, and Sammy Harrell round out your top 5. Top 5 now all running single file, and now you're going to be able to see some of these different lines that these Tech4Troops Cup Series drivers are going to run. You notice that the 47 likes the bottom. The 51 is a little bit lower than that. I think that is the 91 of Andrew Pileshi. He is kind of running that low midline. We'll see what he does now going into turn 1, but I think it's going to be just a matter of trying to find the pace and where your car works and where it's going to stick. But we are single file throughout really the top 12 right now until you get back Greg Stone, Ty Bostic, Christoph Hall.
They're definitely beginning to stretch out a bit. They're covering the front and back stretch. Still a pretty good racing so far. Jumping on back to the field, back to Maxwell Caldwell. Max is in 10th right now. Going back to 15th is Christoph Hall, and they're 2 wide right there behind him.
Yeah, I believe that's
to 12 of Aaron Jackson and Jordan Weaver.
Yep. I'm curious to see who's going to be the one to try to get this high line worked in. Personally, I love the high line here at Vegas. And when it gets worked in, we already see some drivers now looking. It looks like Sammy Harrell is going to the inside trying to make a pass right there on Garrett Johnston. Or is that Andrew Pileshi?
Yeah, he's got a little bit of help with the one behind him of Walker Thomas.
And that's the beautiful thing about this track. You can run 2x2, and it works. And as we are starting to see right now, the only downside is you can start to see that gap start to increase between 3rd place and 4th place and 5th place right there. The longer you run side by side,
someone's
further
spinning.
away. Oh, yep, car on the wall.
94.
He's still. Still there.
Caution
Still
did
there.
not come out. That's Maxwell Caldwell. He's got
Watch out!
Oh,
Well, that just didn't work out very well.
Nope,
And
now the
the
three
three was
spins.
spinning. Yep.
that's Luke Bullard.
What?
That does bring out our first caution here on lap number 9.
I think it was more for the 3 car. I don't think it was for those 2 cars that were there.
No.
You saw the 3 car backing into the wall, and what a tough start to the season for Luke Bullard, Rick. I don't think he's had the start that he's wanted to. We've seen him unfortunately get caught up in a lot of different things, starting on the pole one race and getting caught up in some accidents. So
he's got
we'll
some
see what
major
happens.
damage. That right rear was not turning.
No, that right rear is completely locked. That's actually the first time I've ever seen that happen in these next-gen cars. In the Gen 7, we'll see if it's turning now. No, it is just scraping on the ground.
Oh, yeah, he's broken.
Oh, yeah, it's
toe
broken.
link. Yep.
Yep. Let's see if we can go back and take a peek and see why that first caution came out on lap number 8.
So he had to avoid that mess in front of him.
Oh, the 54 going to clip him in the back.
Yep. David Watts.
Ah, tough break. Which I'm surprised that broke the toe link.
I think this is what broke the toe link.
Yeah, I mean, it was a direct hit to the back of the car. Tough break for Luke Bullard.
All right, with that incident, number of drivers made at the pit road. Aiden Lucas, obviously we saw Luke Bullard there. Also coming in, Cody Sturgill, Justin Lewis, Jordan Weaver, Chuck Van Scoik, Merkel, Powers, Ledger, Horton, Berube, all came in and took fuel only.
I like the move.
All right. Well, thanks for tuning in tonight to the IWM broadcast of the Tech4Troops Cup Series. Also brought to you by Goat Racing Diecast. Very thankful to our sponsors. Without them, we could not make it happen. And without you staying and watching, and those of you who watch it live or on replay, we certainly couldn't do it without you as well. So thanks for doing that. This is as John stated earlier, our 5th race of this 2025 season. And as you could say, hey, that's going to look familiar. That's right, because we follow nearly the same schedule as the NASCAR Cup Series with some minor alterations.
Minor alterations for sure. But I believe we got a recent update that I think has been great, except for some of the nighttime races. But looks like some models have been updated, some new cars have been added in, and the tracks look better than ever.
Absolutely. So each quarter, iRacing releases updates to the actual platform. Sometimes it's, nothing big, something here, something there. This was a big one. New cars, some new scans of tracks. Here in Vegas, they rescanned the whole track and got a lot of updates to the graphics and to the signage on the on the track as well. So, yeah, it should look similar to what you'll see on Sunday.
Yeah, it's a great one. Rick, I just did some calculations. It looks like they can make it about 46 laps on a tank. You can check my math on that, but that is what my math is showing right here, about 46 laps. So those drivers that came in trying to get it done on just a little bit fewer stops. So, all right, green flag back in the air for Austin Call out front, leading this field. Back to green as we dive our way into turn number 1, side by side as we work our way back through the field.
So 51 of
Wide
Kyle
on the back.
Smalley, who's now right there on the tail of Austin Call, and looks like he's about to try and challenge him for the win. Well, for the lead, not the win.
I mean, some people have the philosophy you can win the race on lap 12. It is iRacing, but I don't think the 51 has that mentality. Oh, I thought we were going to go 3 wide there for a second, but we did not. 91 thought, no, I'm just going to sit back here and ride just a little bit longer. So Looks like the field is starting to stack up here in this front pack again. We had about 8 laps on those tires.
It is super tight up here with Smalley, Paleshi, and Garrett Johnston there as well.
Yeah, I think it's mainly because the tires were on the cusp. Oh, 91, I think, tapped the wall. We're on the cusp of these tires starting to fall off. So the good in these Goodyear Eagles are starting to somewhat go away, and see what we can see here with different lines and see who was able to save just a little bit of tire there on that first run. But that 51 looks awfully strong there behind Austin Call.
Yeah, it's like he's going to try the he's taking a peek. Am I going to look up high a little bit? Look down low. Trying to find a way around.
Yeah, he's sitting right there. But the first 12 cars are single file now. Lap 15 into this race. And looking at your current top 10, Austin Calls in first, Kyle Smalley in second, Garrett Johnston, Andrew Paleshi, and Troy Torgerson round out the top 5. Sammy Harrell in 6th, Walker Thomas in 7th, Mike Kelly, Wyatt Gray, and Christoph Hall is your current top 10. Currently the biggest mover of the race, Alex Laney, up 11 spots up to 18th. So watch out for that driver as we see the 51 peak to the high side going into 1. And the 47 gave him the high line. That's a very interesting move.
I think the 47 knows what lane works for him, and he's okay with it.
I think so too. And looking right now at some lap times, they are right about on par with some of their fastest laps of the race. So the tire fall off is not hitting them yet. I think we're going to see that here probably in the next 2 to 3 laps and see what that looks like from a lap percentage. Looking on board now with the 51 of Kyle Smalley there on the back doorstep. Is going to get that draft all the way back to the 47. Is he going to make a move, or he's going to be patient? He's got the run.
I thought the 47 may have tapped the safer barrier there on the front stretch.
It does look like he has a little bit of right front damage, so he may have done that. In fact, I think you're right, Rick. But looking our way now on board with that car. Looking back at some of the cars who hit on lap 9 and lap 10, the driver who is moved up farthest has been Justin Lewis, up to 17th. Again, they took fuel only. Nobody took tires on that stop, so he is about 8 laps to the good on fuel, which puts me thinking he could come down pit road probably about lap 55 to 57. My calculations are correct.
Field is beginning to stretch out a little bit here. So 32 cars are still on the lead lap. Aiden Lucas was in the pits for an extended period of time. I think he had damage. We do have 2 retirees. I think both Luke Bullard after that damage, and the 94 of Maxwell Caldwell. Both of those drivers are going home.
Yep, I saw that just come across my screen too. They're side-by-side racing right now going on. That is the 13 of Tracy Powers. But now looking back up front, Austin Call does have some right front damage. He's hit the wall, not this lap, but the past lap he did coming out of turn 4. So that's something I'd pay attention to as this race unfolds. Garrett Johnston now is putting a little bit of pressure on the 51 of Kyle Smalley there in that bright yellow and black car. 3rd in line. 4th in line is Garrett Johnston. Or excuse me, Andrew Paleshi. As we have a...
Oh, almost lost it.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah, he spun. He spun.
Yeah, he spun right there.
But he saved it.
Did he hit the apron? No, the car just got away from him. I just looked at the replay. The car just got away from him, but he saved that car. But that's going to drop him a little bit on back now into P5, maybe even down to P6. And that's the first time we've seen a car get loose out of 4 like that, Rick. Yeah, see the back end starting to step out right there. I mean, what a save, though. That car was sideways, kept it on the racing line, and didn't go on the apron. I thought he was going to come back up right there, though.
It didn't snap. No. He held it.
Yeah. Great driving from Austin Call. We'll see if he'll be able to battle his way back up through. But that's going to put the 51 of Kyle Smalley now back in the front of this field with the inverse of his number 15 right behind him.
That's Garrett Johnson right there.
Kyle's doing a great job of keeping the line clean and minding his business and doing what he needs to do to keep his car up front. There's the run from the 15. Just going to give him a little bit of a shove down the backstretch. Garrett Johnston, not a unfamiliar sight to see up here on the front. We'll see what he's able to do. Looks like the back end of that car somewhat dancing around a lot. But right now, we are starting to see the fall up of these tires. About 5 to 6/10 of a second. Each car about 24 laps into the run, Rick. A little bit longer than I thought it was going to last.
Yeah, absolutely. 27 laps in the books. About halfway to our first round of potential green flag pit stops.
Yep, as we see Austin Call on the top of the screen, still trying to claw his way back as we see a pass for second right now. 91 goes to the inside of the 15 of Garrett Johnson. That's Andrew Pileshi. See if he can make the pass coming out of turn 2. They will be side by side. 15's not going to give up that spot. He knows how important track position is, so he's going to ride that high line back there. And he keeps the spot. Just over 20% of the way through this race. We appreciate everybody for tuning in to tonight's IWM broadcast of the Tech4Troops Cup Series. Make sure to subscribe. We're almost at 2,000 subscribers. It's a great sight to see that we've been able to grow with you all through the years that we've been broadcasting here. Oh, the 91's a little sideways there. Are you able to save it? And we would love for you to share with a friend or subscribe yourself if you haven't already to our broadcast. There we go. Handy little graphic that pops up. Just tap. It'd be great if you could just tap the screen when that happened and it worked.
Yeah.
That'd be a fun little feature. But either way, hit that subscribe so you don't miss anything here going on the IWM broadcast network of the Tech4Troops Cup Series, any races we have on the weekends, or the INRS on Thursday nights.
We have been busy in the booth this week, John.
Yeah, we had a Sunday race. You had a race last night with Noah.
We did.
An ARCA race with that. We have a race tonight and a race tomorrow night. You have four races in a week. That's quite a lot of races. I guess if you count last week's, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 races in 7 days. No, that's not right.
6. Well, yeah.
1, 2, 6 races in about 8 days. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot. Oh, and we got a caution. Somebody, I think, is spinning out of turn 4. Couldn't see who it was.
I think it's Chuck Van Scoik.
Oh, no. Oh, we got the 0 involved. We have some other cars involved. What happened here?
Jordan Weaver, Aaron Johnson, Aaron Jackson.
Yeah,
Todd
we had a
Merkel?
big pile up. Yeah, we had a big pile up, Rick. We're going to have to get the camera crew on this one and dissect this. Oh, there it was. Oh, man. Oh, whoa.
We got to go back. I don't know what happened there. Let's back this up a bit.
So Chuck was sideways in front of these guys. He thought he had his race completely saved and he was fine. And then the 12, looks like got loose. Let's see what happened.
No, it's like the 0 beneath the 12.
Yeah.
No, you're right. The 12 is loose.
And then Chuck's just an innocent bystander.
Yeah, by his own teammate.
Yeah, really. And gets hooked in the right rear. And no, that will not be a penalty or a fine. Or a suspension. Incidental right rear. And the 12's involved. I think the 12, does he get hit again? Oh, no, the 2 gets clipped by the 12. Oh, the 24, there's the hit.
Man.
I'm noticing a theme with the color of these cars. They're all blue. Some shade of blue and green.
And then the 19 comes into it as well.
Yeah. Ah, man. Tough break. Tough break for all those cars, and when you have a broken toe link, it's just so tough. So tough to bring it back from that.
Well, with that, pretty much everybody who was able to came down. Well, not everybody. I don't think Justin Horton came down, but a good bit of the field came down onto pit road. All right, we're going to take a quick commercial break, folks. We'll be right back.
Are you looking to add to your diecast collection? Well, visit GoatRacingDiecast.com. Explore one of the largest collections available with the options for pre-orders, new inventory, and the GOAT's personal collection for over 25 years. There's an option for every level of hobbyist. Ship direct. Personal custom diecasts are available. Shop the GOAT Racing merch store. And if you're a driver, apply for a sponsorship today. Turn your hobby into a passion and head on over and shop GoatRacingDiecast.com.
Alrighty, we are back here. About to get the green flag back underway at Las Vegas. Appreciate you for tuning in, and yeah, go check out Goat Racing Diecast. Chuck just did an amazing custom for me that looks absolutely phenomenal. He's starting to do some of that work, and so if you're interested in real life diecasts or any customs, go check them out at GoatRacingDiecast.com. Check them out on Facebook as well at Goat Racing Diecast. Reach out to Chuck. He'll get you hooked up. So looking right now, we got the 51 of Kyle Smalley on the inside with the 15 of Garrett Johnson on the outside. That bright baby blue number 1 is Walker Thomas, with the white car up in the second lane. That is the 91 of Andrew Pileshi. The 9 of Mike Kelly there, third lane on the bottom row. And Austin Call back up there in 6th. All right, pace cars off. They're in the Geico restart zone. We are green flag racing. Great start from the inside line as we have 36 laps underway here at Las Vegas. 51 takes a commanding lead down into turn 1 as everybody tries to sort their way through this field. It seems like the bottom lane has been the preferred lane of choice. It doesn't surprise me with the tires in 1.5 miles. A lot of drivers don't want to try to creep up to that top lane, but we see the 9 drifting up a little bit. A little bit of contact made. I believe that was the 39 of Troy Torgerson, but it should be able to keep on going as we're 37 laps underway. The 1 now is trying to put some pressure on the leader of Kyle Smalley as we go side by side for 4th. Or 3rd, side by side for 4th as well. It looks like Garrett Johnson's going to re-secure that 3rd place position They're 51 out front, leading the way.
2 teammates out in front.
And that's what we've seen this season. Teammates have worked together and been a factor almost everywhere we go. So not too surprised to see those teammates. Got a car on the apron, though. Car into the wall on the inside line. Not sure who that was. All the way in the back. He's coming back up the track. That is a 9 of Mike Kelly. No caution has thrown. No caution has been thrown. I see race control coming in, but I think we should be good here. Tough break for the 9.
He's got some left front damage on that number 9.
Yeah, it looked like he slammed the inside wall there. All right, making our way back up to the front. Kyle Smalley doing his thing out there. Oh, big block from the 15.
There's a big battle right here. This is all battles for third, and we're 3-4 wide.
Yeah, better hold on to it. Oh, the 14 drifted up a little bit. Oh, boy, this is the hornet's nest. Yeah, you got 10, 15 cars right there still going 3 wide to the inside. That looks to be the 81 machine right there. Troy Torgerson now going 3 wide. It's not going to work. Oh.
They were in each other's door there. More contact. Beating and banging.
I don't know if they're going to make it through another corner like this. The racing is tight. That 81 wants all the way through. Troy Torgerson has the 15 all over his rear deck lid.
Oh, that's the 22 of Ty Bostic, who slams into the outside retaining wall.
It's so easy to do. It's so easy to do after off a 4. You feel like the car is not pushing, then all of a sudden it pushes really bad on center exit. And that car's getting sent and pushed. I mean, it gets really tight. You can't turn the car. The car wants to go towards the wall. If you're new to oval style racing or racing in general. And the battles are just, I mean, there's so many here. It's hard to catch them all. You see the 15 trying to go underneath the 14 there. That is for position. That is
27 cars still on the lead lap.
Yep. These cars, oh, big contact in the back. We might be wrecking. We got a car wrecking in the back, potentially. Nope. Did they save it? I think everybody kept it going forward. I have no idea how. The car tagged the wall and got ran into from behind. So
we're still with 2 and 3 wide here, all battling for 15th through 8th.
Yep. Oh, and we do have a caution now. There is the caution. Now, nothing in this pack, so it had to have happened on back.
That's the 98 of Christoph Hall. I think Jordan Weaver also involved. 00.
Let's see if we can dissect this one and see what brought out our 3rd caution of the night. Oh, man, Ty just got hooked. Ty just got hooked right there, I think, Rick.
Yeah, by the 0, who winds up getting run into by the 98 and then comes back into the 22.
Yeah. I might be wrong. We may need to back that up, but it looked like it was a side draft gone wrong. Not atypical. We've seen side drafts that end up like that quite often. Here they go. Ty's about a car length off the wall. They're both moving up the track. Yeah, you see that 0 started to move up, still moving up. Yeah. think he was just trying to side draft.
I don't think he realized how close he was to the 22.
Yeah, I mean, and there are, gosh, an endless number of factors with that. I mean, you have, first off, how sensitive a wheel is. That's going to play a factor. 2, your field of view set on iRacing. 3, your field of view with your monitor. 4th, what kind of monitor you have. I mean, it's so many things. You have driver aware. I mean, there's like 5 different factors there that can play into that. It's definitely an art to figure out how close you can get, and sometimes we even see netcode, Rick, with some of those drafting moves.
There was no netcode there at all.
No, unfortunate. Hopefully they're able to get back out there and keep on their way. 3 really strong cars in this race. So 3rd caution, 45 laps into this race.
Number of drivers still on pit road, getting repairs made.
It is. And Rick, I'd like to say that is above trend. We are trending above our normal.
That's a good
That's a great thing. That's a great thing. I like when trends go in the right direction. So, all right. Looking up through the first little bit of the field here, kind of giving you an insight into what their tire or their pit strategy looks like. Everybody came down on lap 33, so about 14 laps ago, but we did have a handful of drivers led by Austin Call, John Ledger, Cody Sturgill, Justin Horton, who just came down on pit road. This does make for an interesting strategy because if you are the drivers who pit on lap 33, you would have to come down on lap 79. If you ran it out to the end, you would make it exactly to 125 laps. Now, for the drivers that came in on lap 45, they would come in again on lap 91. They would be 12 laps to the good on the back end of this run. So, with our estimate of about 46 laps on a tank of fuel, we think that the drivers who just came down pit road possibly could make it to the end on one more stop, where the drivers who are really first all the way back through P15 need to come down potentially twice. So going to be a factor, but here we go. Green flag about to be in the air. Green is out here at Las Vegas.
Good jump by the 51 of Kyle Smalley. Back underway here at Las Vegas.
Looks like that one's going to try to peek down to the inside of the 51, seeing if he can possibly challenge Kyle for the lead. Here comes Walker Thomas. He's there. Oh, I literally thought he was about to. I thought he was about to just to get turned across the nose of that one. Rick, I don't know if I do that too many times.
It was close.
Cut across the driver's nose once too many times, you're going to get wrecked. So. I think we should be fine. All fun and games really on that side.
Well, especially since they are teammates. But,
oh yeah. We don't want to see teammates going at it unless it's the last lap. As we see the 81 tag the wall there coming out of turn 4. Oh, Austin calls on pit road. Oh no, he's a lawnmower. Take that back. Take that back. Not sure that Vegas needed a mow, but you know the duck went out there to quack along his way onto the lawn. So we'll see. Well, I don't know why that happened. He may have had some contact, or maybe he got loose out of 4 again. It might be the second time he's gotten loose out of turn 4 tonight.
Oh, contact.
Oh, he just squeezed Tracy Powers up against the wall. He's lucky he didn't spin that car in the grass.
All right, 52 laps in the books. Kyle Smalley continues to lead here in Las Vegas.
Rick, it looks like that one is going to try to maybe go to the inside here. Oh, almost. Had to go a little bit under the apron. That one made the pass. Maybe. Still there, side by side. Coming out of turn number 2, side by side for the lead. Some of the action that we wanted to see up front here with teammates. See if they're able to hold it. As the 51 clears again to go back to the lead. Oh, one push so hard in the wall.
Man.
I think everybody followed him into the wall, too. That was a tough hit for that one car. And, Rick, it's so easy to do that. Coming out of turn 4, you follow the guy in front of you. If you're going to push, he's probably going to push. If you're going to get loose, he probably is going to get loose. So it's tough.
What's that old phrase? Monkey see, monkey do?
Yeah, exactly. Simon says hit the wall. They hit the wall. As we see, I was going to say, speaking of Simon, but we don't have any Simon. Right? That would have been a great segue. But we have side-by-side racing here for second on back. Justin Lewis now making his way up to P number 2. And the teammates right there, the 71 and the 83, we've seen their names before. Wyatt Gray and David Brown making their way up, just position by position. They may be the team to beat this season.
Good run up through the ranks. I mean, Justin Lewis started 29th.
Wow, what a run.
Or 31st. I don't think he qualified.
And looking a little further on back, we got a couple battles now for P7 and P8. Looks like William Curran there. On back, you have the 91 of Andrew Pileshi, John Creighton. Oh, sneaking into a hole right in front of the 39 Navy machine, Troy Torgerson. We have battles forming kind of all over the track. We have a new battle now for P2, Rick. Justin Lewis now challenging, getting challenged by the 83 of David Brown. David Brown on the outside, not clear yet. 70 gets a little loose. Oh, 7 pushes a little bit in that corner. I'd be worried about the 7 drifting up here out of the corner exit. Oh, they keep it straight.
He held it.
As we are now just about 2.5 laps away from halfway here in the Pennzoil 200, brought to you by the IWM Broadcast Network, showcasing you the Tech4Troops Cup Series. If you've enjoyed what you're watching this week, make sure to subscribe and tune in to tomorrow night's race for the INRS, the iNASCAR Racing Series. They'll be at Las Vegas, and next week we go to Homestead. Oh, 7's a little loose. We go to Homestead Miami Speedway.
I mean, just amazing driving. He saved that. I don't know how he did it.
I don't either. I mean, it's crazy to see that now. He's one of the first cars I see to go all the way to the top side. I haven't seen many drivers do that tonight, so we'll see if he's done with the low line. And you can make some hay around the top, as long as you don't tag the wall. But again, you push really hard. Oh, caution, Rick, wrecking on the backstay, wrecking on turn 4 into the grass. Multiple cars right at the start of pit road. The 91 of the 14, we just featured them. The 91
is toast.
No, he is burnt toast. The worst kind of toast. That right front toe link was going in the wrong direction. Again, a spin out of turn 4. Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. What a hard hit. Oh, my goodness. Flips the 14 upside down. 14 is done for the day. That toe link is broken. Jeez.
Toe link broken on the right front as well, the 91.
And we see the leaders on pit road, Rick.
Guess it's a good time for a 4-tire stop.
I'd agree. And let's see who's going to be the first driver out of pit road. It looks like it might be that 7 car. The 7, Justin Lewis. Or is it Wyatt Gray? Did Wyatt Gray come down pit road?
I think Wyatt Gray stayed out.
He did. He stayed. Oh. That's a bit of a
move.
bold. That. I mean. Sure. I guess.
I mean,
mean,
that was a bad decision.
I mean, maybe just to get points. Maybe just to get a point for leading a lap. I was just thinking from a logical perspective of pit strategy, but either way, you have one more stop. So it's either pit now or pit in about 10 laps.
But he pitted last in lap 33.
33, yeah. So 46 laps from then would be 79. So sit about 15 laps. I mean, maybe he's. The only thing I can think is either trying to get points or he wants to gain track position, then pit from the lead, and then try to essentially leapfrog the leaders one lap after they come down pit road again. I mean, maybe, I don't know. I'm just trying to factor in the math here on this, because he's going to have to come down pit road here probably in the next 15 or 16 laps.
Well, the lights are off on top of the pace car. That means next time by at lap 65, we'll be going back to green. We've just gone past the halfway point of our race tonight. Thank you all for tuning in to the IWM broadcast of the Tech4Troops Cup Series. We appreciate you and ask if you do get an opportunity to click on that subscribe button. That would be wonderful. We're just a few subscribers short of crossing over 2,000. So.
We're so close. We're so close, and it's been an awesome journey. Can't wait to see what we do in the future. Got some stuff in store for everybody here, for all our subscribers as well. So, all right, pace car's down. Wyatt Gray has not pit yet. Green flag back in the air. What a spread out start here for these leaders. I'm a little bit worried about the grip on these tires, Rick. 30-lap-old tires versus fresh Goodyears. It's going to be quite apparent. Oh, we got 3 wide right there. Oh, we got a car wrecking in the back. He keeps it on the apron, though. All good. And here, yeah, I think so. Here comes the 7. 7 is now going to make a charge on the 71 of Wyatt Gray going into turn 1. Should pass him with ease. And here comes the 51. Yeah, if I'm the 71, I would pit now to not lose any more spots on the track, unless he's just hoping for a caution. Interesting strategy. If we talked to him after the race, I would love to ask him about it, because it's definitely a bold one to stay out there when everybody else came down pit road. It's a lonely feeling. As we see the 31 there, of Marcus Adams. Oh boy, we've seen Marcus Adams win a few races. Can he come back up here and battle? It's the 83 now makes his way to the inside of that 71. That is David Brown.
See that 7 cut that corner, drop down on the apron. You can do that on the front stretch here at Vegas.
Yeah, we might have a pass. Oh. We might have a pass for the lead right here. Oh man, a 7. Slammed the wall again.
Right into that safer barrier.
That's twice. Too many times, Rick, and you'll bend the actual toe in the front of the car or the rear of the car, and that car won't want to turn anymore. Luckily, he's hit that flush every single time.
Yeah, pretty square.
All right, well, that puts Kyle Smalley up there in the lead with Justin Lewis in second, Marcus Adams in third with David Brown in fourth. Here comes the 7 back to the inside, trying to go down below the track. That is legal. Oh, and the yellow flag is out. Car spinning into turn 1. He came back up the track. Big wreck into turn 1. Trying to figure out who that was.
Was it Alex Linney, maybe?
Maybe.
Well, probably now is a good time for that 71 at Wyatt Gray to make his way down onto pit road.
Sure. Oh no.
That's the 5.
Oh, no. Yeah, that's not good. And the 5 came back up the track, hit the 7. I think the 42 slid back up the track and got hit by somebody else. If I'm not mistaken. I think a car's about to... Oh, no, the 39 squeezed by.
That's David Watts, though, unfortunately did not get through cleanly.
Tough break for the 42, and we now see some drivers on pit road.
Good contingent of guys who were involved in that incident now on pit road. '71 did make his way onto pit road. All right, we're going to take a quick commercial break. You won't miss anything. We'll be side by side. We thank you for tuning in to the IWM Broadcast Network.
Hello, my name is Jack Raymondson. I manage business development here at Tech4Troops, and I'm my second year with this amazing veteran nonprofit owned and operated by veterans for veterans. I served in the U.S. Marine Corps as an amphibious assault crewman from 1992 to 1996. I also served in the U.S. Coast Guard from 2002 to 2007, joining after 9/11 as an operations specialist, then serving as an instructor at Coast Guard Training Center, Yorktown. I also spent many years as a first responder volunteering as an EMT and fireman. I'm here at Tech4Troops because I believe in our mission to empower veterans and their families with the gift of computers and technology training, as well as our outreach to help curb veteran suicide while providing a safe and meaningful community where veterans are treated with respect and dignity. We are aiming for zero veteran suicide through gaming and other program opportunities. We help veterans regain a new sense of purpose and help them see they have a brighter future ahead of them. It truly is an honor and my pleasure to serve my fellow veterans and help give them a leg up. 2024 is Tech4Troops' 10th anniversary year, and I ask that you help us support our veterans and their families with a computer donation and or greatly needed financial contribution. so we can help every last veteran in need. Together, you and Tech4Troops can be change makers. Thank you.
All right, welcome back to the IWM Broadcast Network. We are at lap 73 of 125 here in Las Vegas. Right now, Kyle Smalley is our leader. Justin Lewis will be to his outside on this restart. In an action-packed event, we've got 5 cautions so far. Really, for the most part, it's a great 2 and 3 wide racing here in Las Vegas.
Fantastic racing in Vegas. Excited to see how this race is going to unfold. Green flag back in the air as we see the 51 of Kyle Smalley now taking control of the race.
These guys are packed in tight.
Yeah, we got 3 wide with the 71, the 19, and the 99 right there. 99 backs out. Battles are
all
going.
over the track.
Yeah, they are all over this 1.5 miles. Las Vegas. See the 83 right there trying to follow the 22 of Ty Bostic through this field, trying to get back up to the front.
He's got Tracy Powers, though, right there underneath.
Yeah, the low line is definitely preferred here early in the run. I'd be curious to see what their tires are like after they run for so many laps. As we see the 83 right there trying to find a way through. Now going to try to possibly go to the middle or maybe stick to the high side.
A lot of action here. John Ledger continues to stay on that high line. Then he drops down here to that low line, trying something different.
Yep. After 78 laps, we still have a similar top 5. Kyle Smalley, Justin Lewis, Marcus Adams, Walker Thomas, and William Curran up there in P5. All nose to tail, trying to... Oh, 81's a little sideways there. As we now are getting to the later portions of the race.
Pretty much everybody in the top 10, with the exception of Wyatt Gray, who just went in, pitted last on lap 62.
Wow.
Pretty much half the field is separated by that about 9 laps of a fuel window.
I think it's going to be very, very interesting to see what that window is going to be towards the back end of the stand. If we're going to see people undercut, people overcut that, it's going to be very, very telling of some strategies as we are officially in the fuel window. So if you pit now, you can make it to the end.
That's a good point. So we've got a number of retirees look forward. Maxwell Caldwell out early. Philip Vandertwick is also out, as well as Mike Kelly. Those are our 4 retirees so far. Number of drivers are in the pits for an extended period trying to get repairs done. That's David Watts, Andrew Palesci, and Aaron Jackson in the pits. and John Creighton has just retired as well. So 5 retirees so far, pretty much 26 cars still on the lead lap. Looking back for some battles happening around the track. Not sure I see anything that's jumping out at me.
Nothing at the moment. And we got a couple of 2 wide right there. I believe that's Tracy Powers and John Ledger.
Contact. Those guys are beating and banging a bit, the 19 and the 13.
Yeah, Tracy came across the radio right there. My old teammate in another series.
Looks like he probably wasn't exactly too happy.
Knowing Tracy, he would not be. You see, this is a conundrum for me, because that's an old teammate, Tracy, with my current teammate, John. So it's just like, play nice, please. It's just, you know, so they're still, and then my other teammate in the INRS series, Ty Bostic's right behind them. So we just got a whole just happy family right there. Now with Ty entering the mix here, I'm very curious to see what he's going to do. He's got involved in some incidents, but made his way back up. See what he's able to do. Is that's one of the only battles actually we see on track right now.
So we, if you take a look at the YouTube chat, Philip Van Nordwick. So he's supposed to spell it N-O-R-T. So I need to practice that. Van Nordwick. Phil, that's the best we can do.
Van Nordwick. Yeah, I'm looking at it too. Van Nordwick. He probably gets Van or Twick a lot though, just with how it looks on the screen, you know?
Yeah.
Van Nordwick. Van Nordwick. Yeah, Van Nordwick. Okay. All right. Last names are somewhat hard, but what isn't hard is that lead for the 51. He's making it look extremely easy out there.
Yeah.
Riding around in a scheme that looks similar to Kyle Larson's, that has a font that's similar to Kyle Larson's.
60 laps led by Kyle Smalling.
Yeah, he's putting in the lap counts like Kyle Larson. I mean, his name's Kyle. Like, he's got everything going for him. It's just the only difference is he's not sponsored by Valvoline, and his last name's not Larson. As we see the 31 of Marcus Adams and the 7 of Justin Lewis battling now side by side. 7 takes that position there to put him up into P number 3.
Smalley, Thomas, Lewis, Adams, and Torgerson. That's your top 5. But saying that, these top 4 got a pretty good gap.
Oh, yeah, they do. And I'm excited to see really how this pit strategy works, because it could really go one of 2 ways. A lot of drivers trying to figure out their strategy now.
You get the paint scheme for the number 16 of Dustin Coggins. Circus. It is
Very
Vegas,
nice.
right?
Yes, it is.
Lillian Coggins commented on YouTube, "Take me to the circus, 16."
There it is. Yeah, the 18 of Justin Horton washing up majorly. He might hit the wall, Rick, if he doesn't be careful. He's able to keep it under control. But there's Dustin Coggin out of Grantville, Georgia. 16 machine topping out at 189 miles an hour going into turn number 1.
Definitely a battle just behind him. Tracy Powers, William Corinne, David Brown, Ty Bosick, all there. This is all between like 10th and 15th.
Yeah, and you're starting to see these cars get loose now. You know, we're getting to the point where, you know, you're 30 laps on these tires, and lap times have slowed down about a second. So it's definitely more like 8 tenths. SVC 3 wide. Oh, Chuck in the bottom lane, 83. About, oh boy, hold on to her. As we should be, I'm curious if we're going to see any undercutting here. Oh, car on the wall. Right back there. Couldn't tell who that was. Off pace. Able to save it. I'm very curious if we're going to see anybody undercut, Rick, because it's going to be valuable, especially at this point. I mean, 30 lap old tires, they're not going to fall off much more than this. So I think if you're these leaders, I think take the risk. You know, see if you can come down pit road with 30 to go. You know what it's going to be. You're basically splitting this last stint in half.
You got to come down anyways, right?
Yeah. The question is the delta big enough on the back end of the second stint to make up for what these drivers are going to lose on the back end of this stint? That's the thing. Are you going to have enough time to make it up for the drivers who just waited out, or
I mean, if you look,
are the tires going to be able to hold it?
If you look at the leader, his best lap was a 29.66. His last lap was a 30.66. So just a 1 second fall.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying is, like, I don't think the tires can fall off more than what they are right now. I mean, they can, but I'm curious to see just really how long they stay out, because I mean, if the fall off is negligible, you're just wasting more time out there. You're just chewing off another lap. I think you come down pit road, try to undercut, force everybody's hands, come down pit road and get it done.
All right, we're going to take a quick commercial break. You won't miss anything. It'll be side by side. We appreciate you tuning in to the IWM Broadcast Network.
Are you looking for a way to safely and securely dispose of your old electronic devices? Why not donate them to Tech4Troops? Tech4Troops is a 501c3 nonprofit dedicated to bridging the technology gap for in need veterans and their families. The donation process is quick and easy. Simply go to tech4troops.org and click on the donate link at the top right-hand side of the page. Scroll down to access the Give Back Box link. To create your shipping label, click Add to Cart and complete the checkout process. The shipping label is good for up to 50 pounds. You can recycle most standard shipping boxes to send in your devices. Oh, don't forget the power cords. Give new life to your old technology by responsibly recycling with Tech4Troops. Help save the environment and support a veteran.
All right, number of drivers who have come down pit road. Garrett Johnson, Dustin Coggins. We also saw Justin Lewis. For the most part, everybody has to make one more stop. That's Walker Thomas now on pit road. Also seeing William Caron Jr., the second, come on pit road.
Yeah, so they're pitting at lap 100. That is about 47 laps right there on that tank. So math makes sense. But right now, the question is, can Justin Lewis, the car who pit for everybody else, make up enough time to leapfrog the leader
on pit road?
Yep, here he goes. Car wrecking on the front stretch. Car stopped on the front stretch. Caution is out. caution is out.
Oh gosh, what does he do?
Is he going to Oh, no. I mean, what would you... This literally reminds me of what happened to William Byron at Phoenix this past weekend. He came down pit road, caution came out. He had to cycle all the way back to the end of the line. So we'll see what happens to the 51.
Not sure what happened. I can't tell you what caused that yellow to come out.
It was... So I saw it out of the corner of my eye. Let me go back and take a look. '83
David L. Brown.
on lap 99.
And John Ledger.
So yeah, John's definitely coming down the track.
Yeah, you could see him losing grip and spinning,
Yeah.
and he hooks him into the wall, damaging the 83 and himself.
Yeah, but the thing was, is the 83 just held the brakes and stopped on the track. I think he could have kept going, right?
Yep. It makes no sense as to why he stopped.
Yeah, I mean, his car was, yeah, I mean, the car stopped, and then the caution came out, and he kept on going. So,
well, big change of events here. This caution out for a two-car incident, but we had a number of drivers who had come in for a green flag stops, only about 6, but now the rest of the field came down here at lap 102 under caution. I don't think they are going to get trapped, but unfortunately, I think they all just got cycled back to the tail end of the field.
yeah, I agree. It's going to be interesting to see who's going to be at the front here on the restart.
Interestingly enough, Austin Call is now back up to 4th.
Wow.
He has had an adventure today.
To say the least. To say the least. He's won the jackpot and lost everything at sometimes.
Well, I think he's gone all in at this point.
He is. At this point, you have to.
All right, 25 cars, I believe, still on the lead lap. Number of drivers still in the pits trying to get some work repaired on their cars so they can get back out if they can. Alex Linney finds himself at the front on this restart with just 22 laps to go. We have 2 international drivers in the field, and one of them, Alex Linney from the UK, is currently at the front.
He is. He has a little bit of front end damage. Let's see if you can see that on the screen, Rick. His nose is pointed in just a little bit, but we're about to have a crazy 22-lap shootout to the end. These tires started fading at about lap 15 to 18, so here we go. Green flag back in the air. Alex Linney getting a shove from his teammate going into turn number 1. Will it be enough? Oh, the teammate goes to the middle line, tries to split it 3 wide.
This is not going to work.
I think it might. I think the 71 made it work. We are 3 by 3 on back. As we see Ty Bostic now making his way up into the top 5. First time today to 42 is sliding up the track. Oh, we got cars in the wall. 3 wide again. Oh boy, Rick, we had a massive pileup here. Just waiting to happen. 4 wide to the 1. It's not going to stick. 72, or should be 22 up against the wall with the 13 there.
We're still 4 wide.
That's the 1 on the inside. Still 4 wide. And they're holding it, Rick. They're
Fresh tires. Fresh tires.
Oh, the Lenny hit the wall hard. Here comes Tracy Powers with the inside shot, the gap in the middle. Tracy Powers is just sending it, and it's paying off. He's now in the top 10. We have the 22. Ty Bostic still in the middle, cannot get out of the middle here. See the 47, the 15, the 42's pushing really bad in the corners. That 42 needs to get off the track before he causes the wreck.
Oh,
2
spin
is
behind.
around. Yeah.
Caution's out for the spin. I think that was the 2. Todd Merkel.
That Alex Lenny, it looked like he was pushing so bad on exit every single corner that was causing the field just to stack up. Might have happened when he hit that wall.
Two's all by himself. Oh, somebody stopped on the track.
No, that was the previous caution. That was the previous one. That was the 83.
Ah, you're right. You're right. Here we go.
Oh, turn 4 again. He's sideways.
Tapped
and the
by
81.
Yep.
Yep.
He was turning, but the 81 finished them off. Did a nice job with the grass. Not nearly as many bumps as there is on the tracks.
Right.
All right, 17 laps to go.
Oh boy.
We're going to take our last commercial break right now.
When I got out of the military, I had a hard time translating my military experience into the civilian world. I'll be honest with you, if it wasn't for my wife, I probably would have been that homeless or impoverished vet. But it can be easier with the right support. I'm Mark Casper, and I'm the Executive Director of Tech4Troops. In today's world, you have to have a computer to be able to apply for jobs. Our mission is to empower veterans in need with computers and training to get back in the workforce.
Here at Tech4Troops, we're here to push you forward to get you back to where you want to be in life. When the veterans come in, I teach them everything you could think of that's done with a computer. I want them to feel that this is a tool that's going to help them get their life back.
I went into a kind of a deep depression. Eventually, I lost my job and I was out on the street. The computer was able to connect me to the web, and I was able to start putting resumes out. And you have to have these small building blocks to get from point A to point B. I'm not worried about employment anymore.
The need is great, and we want to be able to support our veterans across the nation.
All right, we are under caution for the 7th time tonight with just 16 laps to go. Lights are off on the pace car. We'll be back to green flag next time by. Just 15 laps remaining. Your leader, Wyatt Gray, has found his way back up to the front with Marcus Adams to his inside. Jordan Weaver is in third, Justin Horton in fourth. What's amazing, John, is the gains these guys have made.
Oh yeah,
From where they qualified.
Yeah, I mean that just tells you that track position doesn't mean everything here, especially though all the way to the bottom side. Oh man, what a crazy move there, but he tried to make it stick. Marcus Adams up 23, Justin Horton up 30, Justin Lewis up 26, but Justin's been battling up there all day long. Let's see if he can finish road. It looks like the car in second place is pushing really bad. Hold on to it. All right, here we go. Just 14 laps to go. 31 trying to go down low. Get to the inside of Wyatt Gray. But here comes Justin Horton now to the inside, followed by Justin Lewis, who might split the gap here. Up 31's pushing really bad. Stays out of the wall. Great move.
Oh, contact. 7
Oh,
slam.
no.
Caution's going to be out. 7 is
man.
toast.
Burnt toast. Really bad burnt toast.
I think his day may be done with the damage on that 7.
Ah. He's had such a good run, too. Such a good run up into the top 5. Battled all his way up 26 spots. Let's see what happened there.
He's diving down, but
Yeah, it wasn't clear at all. Was he loose?
no, he
No,
just
he just hooked a left.
yeah.
I'm surprised that didn't turn that 00 car of Jordan Weaver. Wow. Tough break for the number 7 machine of Justin Lewis.
Yeah, he's been up front all day. All right, 12 laps to go. We're under caution here in Vegas. Wyatt Gray will be the control car on this restart. Fortunately, the 7 of Justin Lewis is in the pits trying to get some repair work done. Not really optimistic. It does look like you'd think it was, he just didn't know he was there, but I mean, you're side by side.
Yeah, it's tough. It's definitely tough.
Well, we'll just chalk up to a racing incident here in Vegas.
Oh yeah, for sure. Definitely a racing incident. It's, sometimes the spotter says you're clear. Sometimes you're not, though. So. But all right, we're gonna have a 9-lap shootout or a 10-lap shootout, I believe. Once we get these lights out on the pace car, it's gonna be a crazy finish. So don't turn away. And also, we're gonna interview the top 3 finishers. So if your favorite driver's up here in the front, we may interview them by the end of the race.
Absolutely. Alrighty. Lights should be going off on the pace car right now. So 9 laps to go when they come back to the stripe. 9 laps to go to crown our next driver who will punch his way into the chase. Now bringing up that the current standings, you see that Marcus Adams, Jordan Weaver, and Austin Call have already won. Jordan Weaver is currently sitting in third. Marcus Adams in fourth. The 47. Austin Call is in 17th. So,
Wow.
not a possibility, but there's always a chance, right? Always a chance.
It's the odds are low here in Vegas, but sometimes you got to risk it all, and just deal the cards that you've been dealt. So we'll see who's going to potentially roll the dice here. Looking on back, Justin Horton, that driver, he needs a win. Cody Sturgill, Sammy Harrell. We have a couple drivers up in the front that absolutely need a win. Pace car is off. We are green flag race. Oh, no, hold on. Oh, my gosh, Rick. Oh, my gosh. I think the 18 got into the 71. I would have to go back and look, but the 18 is still there on the inside line. The 18 is still there trying to take the lead. Wyatt Gray's trying to force him down as low as he can make it. Oh, 18 comes up into 71, shoves him off. We're still battling 3 wide for the lead now at Las Vegas. 31 up in the high line. That is Marcus Adams. We're still 3 wide for the lead here at Las Vegas. Horton, Gray, Adams. 18 drives it in deep, washes up a little bit though. Going to force the 71 just a little bit up the track. But Rick, we are 3 wide for the front with 6 or 8 laps to go.
And don't look far behind. The zero's there. The 43 is there. They're still battling right behind. No one's giving up.
No one's giving up right now. The lead is now on between the 31 and the 18. As we have 3 wide racing still further on back. The 18 does not clear. He is now falling on back, fell all the way to third with the 51 now challenging up there. But here comes the 71 now back to fight for the lead on the inside line. 18 drifts up. 18 drifts up and spins. Oh, man.
31 goes around. I don't think Marcus Adams is going to be too happy with that.
Oh, I would not be happy either. The 18 drifted up and got into the left rear, which caused that incident. Just right there.
I don't think he had any. The 51 was a victim of circumstance.
Yeah, the 51 was kind of there, but the 18, you could see him drift off the bottom. See the 18 slowly starting to move up. The 51 starting to move up too, but the 18 just pushes the 51 into the 31, and then here comes the 31 across the nose with nowhere to go. Oh, and we have some extracurricular activities. Sammy Harrell now getting to the left side of Sammy Harrell. Sammy Harrell! Uh-oh. Nah, I don't know about that one. Sammy Harrell looks like just turned the 18 under caution. Oh, boy.
Yeah, we don't like to see that here at all.
That I actually take that back. The 18 took a left. That was not the 43. Definitely got alongside and rubbed doors with the 18. They separated. Then the 18 made a hard left-hand turn. Across Sammy Harrell's nose. The 43 did not spin the 18. Man, this is getting exciting.
Right?
We got tempers flaring here, Rick, at Vegas.
5 laps to go. Lots of anger.
Lots of it. Lots of it. And And Rick, you know what that's going to do? That's just going to create a even more chaotic ending.
Right?
When you have tempers into this, when he gets emotional, you know? So, oh boy.
And of course, they're going to carry this right into next week at Homestead.
And Rick, I'd be careful. You know who's starting right behind that 18 is the 43. And we have tempers flaring. Tempers are flaring here at Vegas.
With only 3 laps to go.
Yeah, it's it's going to be a wild race to the end.
That pole is right in the way of our camera.
It's unfortunate.
As the sun is fading, it is currently 6:30 here Vegas time.
Yes, it is. We should be able to get this race in. Yeah, before the lights go out. All right, here we go. Just going to be a 4-lap shootout. Green flag back in the air. Great start for the 71 of Wyatt Gray, who is back up front after having some issues. We see what he will do now as we make our way down into turn number 1. 51 still there. As we see the 51 might try to go high here. No, he settles it down. Oh, just like Justin Horton hit the wall coming out of turn 4. 2 laps to go. The battle is on between the 71 and the 51.
Both of these drivers would like a win here.
They would. Here we go. Great run from the 51. 51 goes to the high side. 71 blocks the low line. That opens up the door, though. That opens up the door. Can the 71 keep that car down? Oh, he's pushing tight. 51 into the wall. Oh, we have a car not spinning. Oh, he's coming back up the track. We have a wreck on the front stretch. No caution.
Lap, though. No caution.
No caution. There was a car on the front stretch. It might have gone the speed. Might have gone the right direction. But here comes the 51 with a great run out of turn. Oh, 71 almost got into the right rear. Said, don't turn him, don't turn him, don't turn him. No.
Oh, big wreck.
We're wrecking, but we got
Garrett Johnston.
Garrett Johnston is going to bring home the win. What a finish with Justin Horton in second and Austin Call in third. I would hate to be race control. I would hate to be race control.
There may be some discussions in the trailer after this.
If Garrett Johnston brings home the win.
Man, a hard-fought battle those last laps with Wyatt Gray. Let's go back and...
What a tough battle. But it's on the 71. I hate to say it and hate to call it out, but the 71 just forced the 51 up here, got into him there. And then look at how close the 51 was to the wall. I mean, the 51 had nowhere else to go. And there you go. The hook starts. And once you get somebody sideways right there, Rick, you have nowhere to go.
Yep.
Some net code, but that's the second time we've seen a side draft like that go wrong, and then 16 just nowhere to go. But Garrett Johnston, though, right place at the right time, brings home the win, but huge pile up going into turn 3. Ty Bostic in the middle of that, Tracy Powers, 16 there as well.
All right. After all that, I think we do have our results.
All right, let's do it. All right, with Garrett Johnston, a huge win that's going to lock him into the Tech4Troops Cup Series playoffs. He wins here at Vegas. Justin Horton in second, just Austin Call in third, William Corinne in fourth, John Ledger in fifth, Greg Stone in sixth, Marco Berube in seventh, Sammy Harrell in eighth, Marcus Adams in ninth, and Ty Bostic rounds out your top 10.
Christoph Hall finishes in 11th, David Brown in 12th, Jordan Weaver in 13th, Scott Simley in 14th, Rodney Uberpacker in 15th, Chuck Van Scoik in 16th, Todd Merkel in 17th. In 18th, you've got Alex Linne, Tracy Powers in 19th, and Kyle Smalley in 20th.
Tough break for Kyle there. Cody Sturgill in 21st, Dustin Coggin in 22nd, Wyan Gray at 23rd, Troy Torgerson in 24th, Aiden Lucas in 25th, Justin Lewis in 26th, Wyatt Walker Thomas in 27th, David Watts in 28th, John Creighton in 29th, with Andrew Pileshi in 30th, Mike Kelly, Philip Van Ortwick, Aaron Jackson, Maxwell Caldwell, and Luke Bullard round out your top 35 finishers.
Bit of burnouts between the drivers there. And with that, we should be able to bring in some drivers.
Let's call on Austin Call.
Yeah, absolutely. Austin Call, welcome to the broadcast booth. Man, you've had an interesting race tonight.
I just want to preface before this interview, I just got my wisdom teeth out 2 days ago, so if I sound weird, that's why.
No worries, no pressure. We won't make fun of you. It's all good. Wow. So we were, you were leading a lot of laps. You had some trouble. You came back. You drove through the grass, and here you are, P3.
Yeah, I don't know what just happened, but it happened, and I somehow came out third. Car was fast. I just made a mistake, pushed my tires a bit too much on the first run, and then doored myself on someone else, which is great. Got myself in the back. Tried playing in a weird fuel strategy, which didn't end up playing out at all, but it would have been funny.
Well, I think, John, you had a comment about that, right?
What was that specifically?
The fuel strategy we saw that Austin.
Yeah, I was curious, what that was looking like, because you were on the cusp of making it one more stop, and I was curious if you were going to try to run it out, if you were going to try to go on a one-stopper, because with how you were going to pit, you were kind of on the edge of making it one stop. So what was that fuel strategy towards the second part, or let's say like the little bit before halfway?
Well, I realized it was really close, and if I could just save a few laps, I could probably make it. Unfortunately, the theory was very wrong. I was stuck at 3 laps short, and then I just decided to gun it, and then the caution came out right during pit stop, so it didn't even matter. And then I accidentally forgot to take tires on that restart, which was awesome.
Oh. Well,
I was all over the place.
Yeah, but sometimes, you know what? Chaos is king, and here you are, P3.
Yeah.
All right, well, any shout-outs tonight?
I got to thank my, kind of teammates. Not technically part of 1320, but all the 1320 guys. Todd, Maxwell, Justin, and Andrew. Fortunately, they did not have that great of luck today. A lot of them died, but we'll get them next week. And I got to thank my family for letting me do these races. I didn't think I was going to be racing tonight. My initial plan was to start in park. And then I had too much speed in practice. I didn't want to start in park. So, and then I got to thank my grandma. She watches all these races. She's already congratulated me through text. And great always having her every race.
There you go. All right, that's your third place finisher tonight, Mr. Austin Call. Let's go ahead and bring in Justin Horton. Justin was able to, Justin started at the back of this race, and here he is in second place. Justin, congratulations.
Thank you, guys.
Wow, heck of a race tonight. A lot of drama. I tell you, I was surprised to see as much 3 and sometimes 4 wide tonight.
Yeah, there were random times where, based on what gear you went into a turn or how people were able to run a line based on their wear, you could really run every line. Just depended what your car was doing best.
Well, congratulations on your second place finish. You drove yourself up through the back of this field, really a couple different times, right?
Yeah, it feels like it. I feel like I spent out of 126 laps, it does feel like I spent about 122 of them in the rear is how it felt, but it's not where you start, it's where you finish.
Yep, absolutely.
It's what I
Well,
tell myself after every horrible qualifying.
well, good finish here. It's super easy on this track to tag a wall and find yourself out of the best qualifying position. But congratulations on your second place finish. Any shout outs tonight?
Oh, yeah, I got a bunch of them. Shout out to my teammates. Shout out to Garrett getting the first place. Feels real good having our team get a 1-2. Shout out to detailing by Brandon, 42 paints, 42 UK. Shout out to Mitchell. I went to the Phoenix race last week, so I'm still in Phoenix until Friday. So I just did this race on a setup in a living room.
Oh my gosh, congratulations.
Oh, I'm ready to relax. What a race. Shout out to my brother Brandon. Shout out to my mom. Thank you guys for broadcasting.
All right, you got it. All right, there's your second place finisher, Justin Horton here at Vegas. Let's go ahead and bring in tonight's winner into the booth. Garrett Johnson punches his ticket into the playoffs. Garrett, congratulations.
Hey, thank you guys.
Well, I mean, I know you were right there running on those last two laps, and you saw a lot of drama happening in front of you.
Yeah, that's an understatement. Like I said, or like I told the guys, Kyle Busch should be proud because I definitely backed into the win there. But win's a win, and you take what you can get, and you're never going to complain about when it happens like that.
On that restart, were you able to sense that something was going on, or certainly the last few laps there's a lot of beating and banging 3 and 4 wide.
Yeah, I mean, I obviously, it's going to be pretty testy going into the last run there, especially when it's just going to be, all out to the finish. I mean, from probably like 15 to go on, you got to be a little bit more cognizant of everyone around. But we were talking, and we were there on the backstretch, and we were just talking like, yeah, we're just going to stay put, see if something happens, and pretty much spoke it into existence that it happened right in front of us, and that let us be 1 and 2, and Dustin was right there behind me, but I was fully expecting what happened to Dustin there to happen to me, and I just stayed in the gas, and sometimes you're the windshield, sometimes you're the bug, and I guess I was the windshield for once.
There you go. Well, congratulations on your win. Any shout outs tonight?
Yeah, thank you guys for doing this every week. It's a great broadcast. I always enjoy watching it. I know a lot of people do as well. Thanks to Elliot for putting the league on. Shout out to teammates Justin, Rodney, Dustin, everyone watching at home, my aunt, mom, dad, grandma, etc. And I will not see you guys next week because I'll be traveling, but I'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Hopefully we can talk to you guys again.
That sounds great. All right, there's your winner of tonight's Las Vegas Pennzoil 200. That's Garrett Johnson. Punches his ticket into the playoffs. John, any thoughts?
What a race. We had chaos. We had wild finish. Congrats to Garrett on the win, and congrats to everybody who finished on the podium. And, this just shows that it's anybody's game. It's anybody's game. The top 5 finishers, +4, +31, -2, +22, +25. So 3 drivers +22 positions or more have finished in the top 5. So really anybody's game here. But if you've enjoyed the broadcast, make sure to subscribe. Make sure to tune in tomorrow night for the INRS. They will be at Las Vegas as well. And make sure to tune in every week. I believe next week we're going to Homestead, so it's going to be a fun one.
Absolutely. All right, folks, thanks again for tuning in to the IWM Broadcast Network. We will see you tomorrow night and hopefully next Wednesday. So have a great night and take care. Good night.